现场和电视机前的观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎各位收看《音乐人生》，我是主持人孙晓梅。今天呢，我们给大家请来的嘉宾呢，是一位来自国外的朋友，他就是英皇考级的国际事务总监 Timothy Arnold， 我们掌声欢迎他。你好，你好，你好 ，Say hi to everybody. 好，
你好。
他6岁开始学琴，13岁就通过了英皇考试的最高级别。他19岁在大学期间就开始教学，31岁作为一个优秀的演奏家和老师，被英皇考试聘为考官。他35岁开始第一次全球巡讲，42岁成为英皇考级的全球事务总监。他的一生与音乐结缘，与英皇结缘。如今不再年轻的他，依然没有停下脚步，往返于世界各地，负责全球90多个国家英皇考级战略发展策划和相关工作管理。他就是钢琴家蒂莫西·艾诺廷。
我们看到这个现场有很多大朋友和小朋友，今天能够把我们大家聚到一起呢，应该说就是我们台上的这位主人公。其实 Tim 他有双重的身份，首先呢，他是一名钢琴家，其次呢，他又是英皇考级系统的叫国际事务总监。那么我就想在我们今天节目的一开始，我们请 Tim 先给我们介绍一下我们这样的一个考级系统，好吗？
Thank you. ABRSM was formed well over 126 years ago in London, in the UK, and the concept at the very beginning was to develop a series of assessments, exams, for young people who were not necessarily professional musicians, professional amateur musicians, and it was a way of providing a benchmark, a series of steps to standardize, to allow children to measure their progress. And ABRSM now exists across the world, 93 countries, and we send many of our UK-based musicians to run our exams throughout many, many countries, many, many candidates around the world. ABRSM also runs teacher training and helps to support teachers and learners, and as well as that, we also publish a huge range of different supporting materials, increasingly these days digital materials, online and apps for smartphones. So ABRSM is a big organisation, but its prime purpose is the encouragement of the development of standards in making music.
经过了100多年的发展，英皇考级在全球各地都受到了考生的喜爱。与成立之初相比，已经发生了巨大的变化。它不仅拥有一支由700多位优秀的教育家和演奏家、作曲家所组成的考官团队，而且在形成了一套完善、公正、合理的考试体系。英皇考试的覆盖面非常广，考试科目包括键盘、弦乐、木管、铜管、打击乐器、声乐等35种，不同国籍、年龄、音乐水平，甚至残障人士也都可以报名参加。每年有来自全世界90多个国家和地区的60多万人参加英皇考试。
我是这个节目的主持人哈，我从小也曾经是一名琴童，只不过我小时候呢，我没有参加过考级，我没有过这种感受。我知道我们中国的很多小朋友呢，他们也参加考级，因为我们中国也有相应的考级系统，就像英皇考级这样。那据我所知呢，有的家长让孩子去考级呢，可能他的目的呢，就是为了让孩子能够多练琴，可以提高这个琴艺。那么也有的家长可能是想的，为了未来他可能会有某一些证书啊，可能会对孩子未来的发展呐、升学可能会有一定的好处。那么今天我就特别想听听 Tim 是怎么来评价这个考级，能够给我们的孩子、学琴的孩子、学音乐的孩子带来什么？
ABRSM exams are international exams, so The exam that you might take here in Beijing would be exactly the same as the exam you would take in Boston or in Birmingham in the UK. It doesn't matter where you take the exam, it's the same syllabus, it's the same requirements, and in fact the same examiners always coming from the UK. So the first answer is that the exams ABRSM offers are an international benchmark. I think secondly, ABRSM's exams are built on a specific premise that we're looking at the musician. So we're not really assessing the specific technical issues. We're very much looking at the musical issues, the musical outcomes, and trying to hear and assess how well somebody plays against a series of benchmarks which we've developed over 150, 120 years. So perhaps the difference between ABRSM and other exam organisations is that we're offering something which straddles the world and unites the world. It brings the world of music together, which I think is quite unique and quite special.
那我们知道今天现场来了很多小朋友和大朋友哈，小朋友都是家长带来的。问一下，来这位穿着白西服的这位小朋友，来，你告诉我们，你参加这英皇考级，现在考的是几级呢？
我前几个星期刚考完 diploma， 所以就前面的都考完了。
全部都考完了。
对。
哇，你好厉害！你学钢琴多少年了？
差不多5年了吧。
5年了，你今年几岁呢
？12岁。
5年哦，那很小孩。现在感觉你喜欢弹钢琴吗？
很喜欢。很
喜欢。那现场给我们表演一下吧。
好。
准备给我们带来一个什么曲子？
是一个8级考级的一个歌，叫《Canzonetta》。
好的，好，我们掌声欢迎。怎么样 ，Tim 觉得他弹得怎么样
I think he plays beautifully. This is a very magical piece, a lot of fantasy involved in this piece, and it requires a lot of imagination. And I love the way that you bring your imagination into this music. Also, this particular piece is written specifically to exploit so many different colours and sounds from the piano. And again, I think you're doing that extremely well. You play beautifully. It's very beautiful playing. Thank you very much.
我觉得 Tim 刚才在点评的时候，我们这位小朋友哈，就是我就觉得眼里放的一种光哈，非常的自信，非常的好。坐在旁边的是爸爸吗？戴眼镜的，爸爸跟我们说几句吧。
Andy 呢，学了5年，他从5级开始学，我觉得他最大的这个英皇考试的特点呢，他把古典音乐当成是一门语言，我们说一个语言听写读都要所以呢，他对乐理的知识、对表演、对作品的理解、对这个作曲家的理解像这次那个 Diploma 他专门谈了贝多芬的这个协奏曲，然后对贝多芬的生平要写论文。所以这些呢，就是等于是一个大学的这个一个，虽然是业余的，但是我觉得这个是对音乐的理解对表演都是非常好的。这是一个音乐，是一个语言，是一种表达感情的一种语言。有了这个以后呢，就是不管这一生，他都可以用这个语言来表达自己的感情。
好，谢谢您，谢谢您，
谢谢
与很多中国琴童一样，童年时期的 Tim 也是众多考级学生中的一员。6岁开始学习钢琴的他进步非常快，在13岁时就通过了英皇最高级别8级的考试，并且一生与英皇结下了不解之缘。对于童年时自己的学琴经历， Tim 有着怎样的难忘回忆？他又是如何从一名英皇的学员最终成为英皇考级全球事务总监的呢？音乐人生，精彩继续。
那您是从几岁开始学习乐器的呢
I was about 6 years old when I first started to play, and in fact, my first teacher was terrible. And I didn't like her at all. But my parents persevered and they found me a wonderful teacher who really inspired me, and it all sort of started to happen from then. But it was around about 6 or 7 when I started to play the piano, and quite a few years later I tried to play the violin, but I was a terrible violinist, so I didn't take that very seriously. But it was the piano that was my real love.
我跟您不一样，我小时候就没有机会学钢琴，我就一直拉小提琴。我小提琴拉得不错，将来跟您可以合一下。
Right. We'll swap.
那我就想，就是您小时候有没有考过级呢
Yes, I did the ABRSM exams, but this was in the 1960s, and things were very different in the 1960s and 1970s. ABRSM has changed a lot since then, but certainly I did the exams myself. I remember being terrified. I was absolutely scared of the examiner, and particularly I hated having to do the oral tests, because in those days, children were expected to use a vocabulary that I didn't understand. It didn't mean anything to me, and I can remember being very confused about why I needed to do that. As I say, things are very different now. The ABRSM exams are now very child-friendly, whereas in the 60s and 70s, they were quite frightening experiences. But I worked through, and one of the things it helped was to keep that progression. So it kept me striving for the next step. And of course, it helped me to make sure that I learned technical, oral, reading skills as well.
我知道，就是像咱们的这个考级系统哈，有一个非常独特的，就是有这么一个特点，就是说好像咱们的每一个考官哈，对孩子们都非常的和蔼。可能不像我们想象当中，可能这个考官非常严肃哈，让孩子们觉得有点心生敬畏，非常害怕这样的感觉。
Yes, it's what we call manner. And that's the ability of the examiner to put children at their ease, to smile, to greet them by name, to try to help them overcome their anxiety. I think all of us, to a certain extent, need a little bit of anxiety to perform well. I mean, you and I are sitting here now and probably feeling a little bit anxious, but that's all part of giving a good performance. But I think also you need to be in control of those anxieties, and that's where the examiner comes in, is to help students to control their nerves by being friendly and not being unpleasant in the exam room.
1980年 ，Tim 获得了萨里大学的音乐学士学位，开启了演奏家生涯。他会定期在伦敦和英国其他城市的一些大型的音乐会上演奏。同时，他还参与 BBC 播音，是萨塞克斯音乐节的首席演奏家。 然而，除了演奏家的身份，Tim 还是一位优秀的老师。在大学读书时，19岁的 Tim 就开始尝试教更小的孩子弹钢琴。毕业后，他曾在英国多家音乐学院任教，获得过很多荣誉。31岁那年，Tim 被选为英皇考级的考官。2000年9月，Tim 作为音乐家、教师和考官的经历，最终使他成为了英皇考级的全球事务总监。
就我不知道，就是当年您小时候年轻点的时候，在学习音乐的时候，有没有想到就是这将来我会成为一个再去教别的孩子成为教师的这样的一个转变呢？
Never thought that I would be sitting here in Beijing talking about examining ABRSM teaching. That was something never even thought in my mind. But as I progressed through my studies at university, at conservatory, and gradually worked into the world of music, I began to really want to give something back. And it was, I think, the legacy really was because I had such wonderful teachers myself. And they inspired me so much that I wanted to be like them and be able to do the same thing. In terms of examining and becoming an ABRSM examiner, around the same time, again, my teacher was an examiner and I knew quite a lot of examiners, and I began to think I'd quite enjoy doing that, and I could see that was another way of giving back something into the world of music. So I guess it was around in my sort of early 20s that I became interested in the possibility of becoming an examiner, but I wasn't to do that for another 10 years because ABRSM wants its examiners to have had experience, to have had the experience of dealing with children, dealing with life. And indeed, by the time I became an examiner, I was already married and had my own 2 children. So that was about 10 years later that I started actually examining for ABRSM.
在00年的时候，您成为了英皇考级的全球事务总监，应该说是您这个人生道路上非常重要的一个阶段哈。这一年呢，也是咱们这个英皇考级古老的这个考级制度的第110年。那我不知道，就是作为您个人来说，您会觉得是压力大了呢，还是您觉得自己会有一个新的目标呢？
It was a huge change for me, going from being a performer, a teacher, an examiner, to then having to work inside ABRSM. There was a lot I had to learn. First of all, I had to learn how to work in an office. I'd never worked in an office before. Secondly, I had to learn a lot about management, and this was something that was also quite new to me, managing people in an office environment. So much so that actually after a couple of years, I went back to school. I went to university and did part-time, in my own time, I worked for my master's degree in business administration. And that was extremely helpful and in fact very relevant to China because for my MBA, I researched cultural fluency here in China, and I was able to visit China, talk to people, find out about music teaching, music exams, and find out about Chinese culture. And there was one word that I learnt which I think sums up everything that there is about ABRSM. Because ABRSM is all about a partnership between students, examiners, teachers, examiners. It's all about relationships. And that word is guanqi, this reciprocal relationship. And for me, that underpins a lot of what ABRSM is all about. So it was a big shock, it was a big change, but a very exciting change. And I would suggest anybody in their 40s to have a change in their career. It wakes you up again and makes you rethink about life. And I thoroughly enjoy it. I don't regret that at all. I think it was a fantastic moment for me.
他6岁开始学琴，13岁就通过了英皇考试的最高级别。他19岁在大学期间就开始教学，31岁作为一个优秀的演奏家和老师，被英皇考试聘为考官。他35岁开始第一次全球巡讲，42岁成为英皇考级的全球事务总监。他的一生与音乐结缘，与英皇结缘。如今不再年轻的他， 依然没有停下脚步，往返于世界各地，负责全球90多个国家英皇考级战略发展策划和相关工作管理。他就是钢琴家蒂莫西·艾诺廷。
So, Nikolai, this is Practical Musicianship, Grade 5. First of all, I will play a short melody twice, and then ask you to sing it from memory.
英皇考级的曲目非常丰富，从巴洛克及早期古典主义到浪漫主义、近现代作品，包含除了古典音乐范畴之外的爵士、布鲁斯、拉丁音乐等多种风格。英皇考级注重对考生把理论运用于实际能力的考察，把注意力更多地集中在培养考生的理解和表达能力，而非死记硬背乐理或机械演奏几首曲子上。考试包括笔试、演奏、试奏和听力测试，这对于很多学生来说都是一个不小的挑战。
我知道在咱们这个英皇的考级当中呢，可能有2项的内容是在中国的考级里面是没有的，一个是视谱，还有一个是听觉，对吗？那么就是我们很多人就是觉得，就是说，其实考级就是我们能够弹好了就行了，为什么还要再加考这2项呢？
Well, at ABRSM, we believe in the whole musician. So the exams that we organise are not just testing repertoire, but also testing the ability to bring everything together to support your performing of repertoire. So we believe it's important that you can hear and understand what you hear in musical terms, but also that you're able to read music, to open up this wonderful world of music by exploring and developing a curiosity. The oral tests sometimes are the bit that frightens people the most, but the reality is the examiner explains exactly what's needed, and actually, as long as you do as he says, they're relatively easy to do.
没错，那么跟这么多年您看起来，就是咱们中国的孩子在这2项的考试上面表现得怎么样呢？
Well, interestingly, I think it's exactly the same around the world. Many children around the world get very frightened about the sight reading and the oral tests, and then once they start, they realise, actually, they don't need to worry so much. I think the advice I would give in terms of sight reading is to make full use of those 30 seconds before you have to play. Many people forget that you're allowed half a minute to practice bits, to try the beginning, to try the end, to get used to the sounds that are included in the test, and then to play it for the examiner when he tells you to start. And that's the first piece of advice. But in terms of the oral tests, I think I would encourage people not to be frightened, that they can be very easy. I mean, maybe I could just show how easy the oral tests are. Perhaps I could ask everybody here in the audience to do an oral test, just to show you how straightforward they are. What I'd like you to do is to clap a rhythm as an echo after me. So I'll clap, and then you clap as an echo. Okay? Here we go then. E, E, No, okay. So you see, it's quite easy. You don't need training to be able to do tests like that. And of course, it's not necessarily clapping. It might be singing. It might be responding to tests. But that's the sort of premise of the oral tests, that they are straightforward and easy to administer.
那么因为这些年来也经常会在中国待很长的时间，也知道我们中国有很多的琴童，实际上都在参加各种各样的这种考级那么在这里您会有什么样的建议给这些孩子呢？
Well, I think exams are only one part of learning to play an instrument. I found this myself. I learned to play the piano when I was very young. I also played the violin very badly. And the exams were only one part. They weren't the whole story. And I think that's my first message, is very much to treat exams as one part of your toolbox, and to also make use of concerts and opportunities to perform, and maybe the chance to perform with other people in orchestras, in choirs, so that then the exam assumes its proper significance, which is as a way of encouraging progress. The other thing I would say is not to be so worried about passing exams that you forget the music. It's the music that's the important thing here, rather than just getting a piece of paper that says you've passed a grade 3 or a grade 5 or whatever it might be.
刚才我们也说到，Tim 也是从学员到教师。今天在我们的演播现场呢，也来了不少的老师。我也想问问几位老师啊，谁能告诉我，就是您是怎么成为一名英皇考级的老师呢？
我是西安的一名英皇教师。那个很幸运的是，就是在14年的时候，第一次参加了全国的教师培训，然后从这个时候开始就进入了英皇的教学。那在接触英皇这一段时间，我对自己有了更高的要求，因为它是需要一个教师更全面的音乐素养的能力。除了一个老师，教学演奏教学的一个能力之外，你还需要欣赏音乐的能力、快速读谱的能力和乐理知识这样的一个学习，都把它要整个贯通到我们的教学当中。那学生就会非常的喜欢这样的一个教学，同时也做到了和学生心与心这样的一个交流，同时也带给我很大的一个动力。
好，谢谢您，谢谢这位老师。
I'm overjoyed to hear the references to the whole musician, because that's at the core of what ABRSM is really trying to do. So that made me feel we're achieving something here. That's great. Also, I think it's very exciting to hear that teachers are talking about exploring more possibilities, looking for other ways of doing things. And that for me is also very exciting, because I believe a musician should be curious. I think it's that curiosity which drives us to always want to improve. So I was really encouraged to hear those comments, and thank you very much indeed.
我们平常都说孩子是一个国家的未来，孩子是我们家庭的未来哈。但是我觉得孩子从小的这种培养教育，尤其是这个音乐美育这个教育，现在是越来越被人们所重视了，因为音乐可以打开孩子们心里的那扇另外的一扇门，让他们未来的人生，让他们未来的世界会更加的精彩。我们这些音乐教育者，你看他们都非常的年轻，但是他们都非常的对孩子非常的用心。一个孩子一生当中能够碰到一个好的老师，我觉得是他最大的一件幸福。在这里呢，也让我们共同来祝福哈，我们祝福我们的每一位音乐教育工作者，在大家的共同努力下，我们共同来为我们的孩子营造一个更好的一个音乐学习的一个氛围。就像 Tim 刚才说的，更好的去享受音乐，拥抱音乐，让他们的未来的人生更加美好。谢谢大家，谢谢 Tim，Thank you，
Thank you very much.
谢谢现场和电视机前观众朋友们大家的收看，我们下次节目再见，谢谢。